What's up, everyone? It's Dave with K-Dubb Productions here, and what a crazy time in history this is. I've never seen anything like this before. My studio's closed because of the quarantine and the shelter-in-place that our county is in. Actually, our whole state is in shelter-in-place right now. Anywho, that's kind of why I'm talking about today, because I am going to talk about something that's really cool for me in this moment in time, and it's in this little bag right here. And let me show you what it is. It is my new MPC One, and this cool little unit is new. It just came out. I had an order with Sweetwater, and they were on back order, and I found a local guitar center that had one, so I just had to go get it. And it's a good thing I did when I did. I've only had that unit, let's see, maybe I've had it 10 days, I think, or 11 days. It's been fun, especially with this quarantine. Oh, what perfect timing. So I'm not here to review it, but what I am here to talk about is, what does it mean? What's a good use for it? I'm going to give you a good use for it. So first of all, I am brand new to the MPC ecosystem, the whole system. I'm brand new to MPC, and so what do I think? It's pretty beautiful. Now, I've been making beats a long time. I'm not, it's more of a hobby, I think, for me than something I do commercially, but I've released some commercial stuff, and but it's more of a hobby, but I do take it pretty seriously. Now, I've been making beats a long time. I've been making beats since the Korg Triton first came out. A friend of mine had it, and that was kind of like your first DAW, where you had a keyboard that had lots of sounds like a VST would, lots of good sounds, drums, and you could layer tracks with it. I mean, it's a pretty cool system. And so there was that. He also had the MPC 1000 when that came out. I remember him reading about Dr. Dre's album, The Chronic, and that unit was used to make that album, and so that was, that was 2001. Okay, so there's that. I remember when Fruity Loops came out, and so see, I was always kind of the computer nerd, so I had Cakewalk Pro Audio when it came as a on the demo CD that they give you in PC Audio, the magazine. Way back then, they used to give a CD, and it had all kinds of demo programs, sometimes full programs, whatever. When Fruity Loops came out, it was a computer-based sampling system, which was kind of perfect for me because I never really had my own hands on hardware like a Triton or an MPC, and that was my point. This is my first time after all of that I've actually got the little hardware unit, and it is the MPC environment. And it's pretty freaking cool. After all of the stuff that I have done, on the computer, and just pointing and clicking. I've also got at home, I've got my little MPK 25 keyboard, which I use to control the VSTs rather than pointing and clicking and stuff. So having the little hardware unit is pretty cool. And I've had it for a while. I've made probably 20 or 30 beats on it. I've only saved about 10 or 11. They're sounding pretty good. I'm really happy with the system, the sampling capabilities. It's got some limitations, but I am able to overcome them and still use them for what I want to do. And so with that said, it's is it like the centerpiece of a studio? Not my studio. It's definitely not the centerpiece. Not this. Maybe if I had like the MPC X, that might be more like something that's centerpiece. This is really like, what I use this for? Because it's in this quarantine, so I have it at home. It's literally on the coffee table, and when I want to use it, I bring it out on my lap, and I just start making some stuff really quickly. And that's the beauty of that little thing, is when I get the urge, I just pull it out, wham, I'm just already starting to dig into it and make stuff happen. And, when I want to do something serious with it, I track it out, I bring it here to the studio. And that's the other beauty of it, is it fits in that little case that you just saw. It's just a little laptop bag that, stuff it in there with the power cord and some headphones, and I can rock out anywhere and just, obviously with this quarantine, I'm only kind of doing my thing at home, and I did show up here because I'm able to do some mixing. It's just me in here. There's nobody here, but I'm not able to record any clients right now. But I did come in here to kind of talk about how cool this little unit is. I'm lucky I got it when I did, because who knows, I might not be able to get it to me for a while with everything that's going on. But I'm really happy I got it. It's perfect for just getting some ideas down, getting a good groove going. I can, basically create the whole song. I can kind of mix in it, but I prefer not to with just the headphones. I prefer to bring it here to the studio if I want to do something serious with it. But it's a really fun little tool. I'm really impressed with everything that's been able to do so far, and some of the limitations, like the hard drive space, is like almost nothing. It's like, whatever. You have an SD card, carry that with you in the unit, pop it in from the MPC into your laptop or whatever you want to do. So I almost forgot to mention the whole reason why I got this over some of the competitors. Now, there's the Native Instruments machine system. They've got the keyboard, or they've got the little pad machine that's basically a controller for the VSTs. And had I not known this was coming out, I probably would have just ended up getting something like that. But I'm really glad that I waited. I waited for something like this that was truly standalone, that had a lot of the capabilities of the machine. In fact, this plugs into your computer. You run the MPC 2.0 software, which is basically like a DAW. This controls it. So you work like you're working on the hardware, but all of your library and your VSTs and your plugins are all on your system. You've got the extra RAM, all the hard drive space, so the limitations can quickly be overcome by plugging it into your laptop or your just your computer. So yeah, I almost forgot about that part. Now, I don't really like to rock that way because I get bogged down by pointing and clicking. I get bogged down pretty quickly when it comes to making a beat. And like I said, I'll get into it and I'll get an idea, and it might not come out good, and I just erase it and start over really quickly. Like, I don't even save it. I just, because I can get the ideas out so much quicker by just, getting after it. And I don't have to point and click. I don't have to save versions or anything like that. I can just... So yeah, I'm not here to review this or give you any tips or tricks, because I'm still learning this thing. I'm brand new to MPC, but they did pretty good by making this thing user-friendly and easy to just get in there and start making stuff happen. That's the most important thing, and why I got it, so that I can just start making things happen. It's perfect. So with that said, I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Keep your social distancing going until this is all over. Hope everybody gets back into their studio. I hope my clients can come back to record, and hope we can start making some good music soon. Until then, stay safe and peace.